The story of Alexander III of Macedon, known to history as Alexander the Great, is one that has resonated down through the centuries, crossing cultural and geographical boundaries with remarkable ease. The epic narrative of his life and conquests reads like a script from the annals of myth and legend rather than the dry pages of a history book. Such is the almost unfathomable scale of his achievements. The tales told of him, from antiquity to the present day, often blur the line between history and mythology, the man and the legend, a fitting enigma for a ruler who was believed to be divine by many of his contemporaries. The Alexander we commonly know is an emblem of power, courage, and ambition, a figure that strides colossally across the pages of history, leaving behind an indelible trail of military exploits, cultural fusions, and tales of audacious adventure. He is the warrior king, famed for the swiftness of his campaigns, the scope of his empire, and the fiery intensity of his persona. As we cast our eyes on the marble busts of the young ruler, on the steely gaze captured in countless statues and coins, we are presented with a persona shaped by the magnitude of his deeds. He is Alexander, the unstoppable force, who dared to dream the impossible and ventured to make it a reality. He is Alexander, the extraordinary youth, who subjugated kingdoms, dismantled the colossal Persian Empire, and wept in the heart of India, for there were no more lands to conquer. He is Alexander, the visionary king, whose dream of a united world succumbed not to the might of opposing armies, but to the relentless march of time and the cruel fragility of human life. Yet the story of Alexander is much more than a compilation of his staggering military victories or an exploration of his imperial ambitions. The Alexander encapsulated in history books is often a character shorn of his complexities, a two-dimensional projection limited to his exploits and failures. To truly understand him, to delve into the soul of this legendary figure, we must excavate beyond the vast canvas of his military campaigns and venture into the realm of his human identity. The historical Alexander was an entity of manifold contradictions, a character as elaborate and multifaceted as the empire he carved out from the vast expanses of Asia and Africa. He was both a ruthless warlord and an idealistic dreamer, a king who could demonstrate astounding magnanimity one moment and chilling cruelty the next. As a scholar under the tutelage of Aristotle, he had a deep appreciation for knowledge and culture. Still, he was also a product of the harsh ethos of Macedonia's warrior aristocracy, and his actions often bore the unmistakable imprint of this upbringing. His strategic brilliance was unrivaled, yet he was frequently governed by whims and impulses. His charisma was legendary, capable of inspiring intense loyalty among his troops, yet his anger could be equally fearsome. His courage on the battlefield was unquestioned, yet he was not immune to fears and insecurities. He loved with a fervor that transcended norms, mourned with an intensity that often bordered on self-destruction, and lived with a passion that makes his narrative deeply human in its essence. To fathom the enigma of Alexander the Great, we must trace the trajectory of his life from its beginnings in the heartlands of Macedonia, where he was born to King Philip II and Queen Olympias, an extraordinary couple who left a profound impact on his life. We must delve into the experiences that shaped him, the lessons he imbibed, and the relationships that defined him. We must traverse the path that transformed him from a young and volatile prince to the undisputed lord of a vast empire, a journey that led him through victory and defeat, joy and sorrow, glory and ignominy.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.